Hey, Tony Gaskins here. I want to talk about how to communicate with a man. I keep receiving this question, and it's important to understand with communication, there's a lot of rules that go into it, but it really becomes second nature when you practice it. And then you also have to find out the rules that work best for your relationship. And although the title says how to communicate with a man, a lot of this goes both ways. And you have to realize, and I put it in my book, Make It Work. So if you haven't read that, make sure you do. Um, a lot of this, it goes both ways. And one thing that you have to realize is that the most important component to healthy communication is respect. And then after that, you kind of create rules in your relationship. So understanding this about men, we have fragile egos in a lot of cases, meaning that when we feel disrespected, we shut down. We either shut down or we lash out with equal or greater force or retaliation. And so, in dealing with a man, you have to remember that you gotta call us out. You gotta call a man out because the way that we are wired, our nature as hunters, as killers, as warriors, if we sense fear, if we sense weakness, then it will pull another side of us out and we will become this real, hunter, like a heat-seeking missile, and we will seek to devour, to destroy whenever you sense weakness. Watch men in a business deal, watch a salesman. If he senses this person is weak or they're unsure, he'll sell them everything he can sell them. It doesn't care if their account going to the negative, they're maxing their credit card out. Men sense fear, men sense weakness, and unless he has truly matured to be a real emotionally intelligent, fair, honest, near perfect man, then when he tests you, if you don't check him, if you don't call him out on it and say, hey, you said you were gonna call me at 9 p.m., you didn't call me, and then you call me today like nothing happened. What's up with that? If you don't check him on that, hey, you said you were gonna pick me up at 7. It's 8:30 p.m. You didn't call me, tell me you were running late. What's going on with that? If you don't check him on the small things, now you're gonna get hit with the big things. Now, outside of that is checking them, but then you have to find the time to address the issue. So you wait 1 to 24 hours. These are my rules that I've created from coaching thousands of people in my own marriage of 12 years. Wait 1 to 24 hours. So what this means is if it's just, something small that you're just checking them on, you can address it, in an hour. If it's something that you need a lot of thought, you need to do some cool down techniques, you need to breathe, you may need to talk to your mentor, your life coach, your best friend, because this conversation could be a deal breaker, then wait 24 hours. If you're still fuming at 24, stretch it to 48 or 72 hours. Now, when you sit down to communicate, you have to be cool, calm, and collected. Because, and what this means is emotionally intelligent. If you're crying, he's going to shut down. He's not going to hear you. If you're yelling, he's not going to hear you. If you are calling him names and attacking him, he's not going to hear you. So you have to be cool, calm, and collected. And then you speak in a room tone, and you are firm and you are direct. You're not beating around the bush. Don't worry about how can you say something to not hurt his feelings. Just be direct. But then inside of being direct, don't use curse words. Also, don't use the words never or always. You never do this. You always do this. Because there will probably be some way in his mind that he can think about a time where he did what you said he never does, or where he didn't do what you say he always does. And if he can think about one, two, three, four times, now your entire point is null and void. It's out the window. He shuts down. You're lying on me. You're lying to me. You're putting stuff on me that I did not do. He's going to shut down. Now, some toxic men like women who yell and who curse and who get feisty and who get all in their face and who, pointing and who may throw a punch in his chest or slap him in the face. And you think that you get something out of him, that he straightens up, that he acts right. No, he's doing that in your face. But one thing you cannot do to a man is grab his scrotum and yank it and twist it and threaten to pull it off and think that he's going to tuck himself between his legs and just waddle behind you like a little puppy. No, he's going to become very deceptive. He's going to become very sneaky, very manipulative, and he is seeking to devour you. Now you have triggered something in him that is that fight or flight, and he's getting ready to fight. And he may not do it blatantly. And he may, what he does to hurt you, sleeping with another woman, sleeping with your best friend, sleeping with your sister, stealing money, doing things that he knows that you hate for him to do. He may do those things for his own personal satisfaction. Think about it with yourself, and sometimes if like your parent made you mad, made you angry, you go do something that you know they hate or that you know they would not approve of. And in your mind, you're saying, take this, this is what you get. You want to do me like that? So that's human nature. So you got to understand that when you don't fight fair, when you come and you want to attack and you want to scream and yell and you want to belittle and demean, you are not, especially with the male. Now, with the male, I'm speaking from a man, I'm not a woman. I don't know how a woman responds, so y'all have to let me know if you retaliate, if a man is yelling at you and cursing at you, or if you shrink and become his little puppy dog because you fear him and you think that that means that he's strong. That's not how men respond. Although you may think that on the surface because he's, giving you lip service, behind closed doors, he is really getting ready to lay down a blow on you that you might not be able to get up from. And I don't mean just a physical blow. I mean some emotional, something that could be crushing. So you're not yelling, you're not cursing, you're not name calling, you're not saying never, you're not saying always, and you are using I feel statements. The beauty of an I feel statement is that a person cannot tell you what you don't feel. So when you say, I feel like, you take me for granted. It wouldn't make sense to say, you don't feel that way. You don't feel like I take you for granted. Yeah, they may say, I don't take you for granted. Well, I feel like you take me for granted. So you have to express your feelings. Then you have to express your needs. I need quality time. I need you to be a man of your word. I need you for us to go on a date every week. We live in the same city. I need for us to talk on the phone every day, not just text. So you express how you feel and you express what you need, and then you hear him out. And you listen to him and you hear him and you listen to him without cutting him off. To get a man talking is a special thing. So if he's not talking, then you can prompt him with a question. And you ask a question, and then when he answers that question, you listen to him without just refuting, without just rebutting, without chopping him off, cutting him off, because that's going to make him shut down. He's going to say, you never listen to me. It's always your way to highway. You only see it your way. But while he's talking, you are seeking to understand, then be understood. And then when you get up, the two of you have to take action, and there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. So listen. Stop trying to attack. Stop trying to be the big bad wolf. Stop trying to yell and scream and curse and slam doors and belittle him and call him out of his name. You're getting nowhere and you're only hurting yourself. Instead, be emotionally intelligent and express yourself like an adult. Express yourself the way you would want him to express himself to you, and be consistent, and you will eventually, if he's the man for you, you will eventually get a positive response. Hey, this is Tony Gaskins. We'll talk soon.